Question 47 in the Book of Questions. You have the power to go any distance into the future and, after 1 year, return to the present with any knowledge you have gained from your experiences, but with no physical objects. Would you make the journey if it carried a 50% risk of death? 50%? No! This is too easy to answer. 50%, I would have to be, just looking at it as a statistician, I would have to be absolutely certain that this will make my life more than 100% better for it to be statistically worth a 50% risk. And one, I'm never going to be that certain, and there's nothing in the question to believe that I have any special reason to judge how great the future is going to be and how beneficial this is going to be. I mean, no, 50%, I'm quite risk averse. And even if I did know that this would potentially make my life 300% better, my life's not that bad. Things are fine. I might, see some nice films next week, or rewatch films that I've already seen that I know are really good several times and enjoy them. I might, my friends aren't so bad. The food I'm eating's fine. I mean, no. I'm sorry, but my life, I think I've got a fair few years ahead of me, as long as I don't go under a bus. I'm in reasonably robust health. No, I'm gonna sit out my 80 years and 10, frankly. Or is it 80? But anyway, no. So this question is too easy. 50% risk, far too high a risk. So no. But maybe this question could have been, what risk would you accept for that? And how far into the future would you go? Okay, well, if I want to benefit personally from this jaunt into the future, I probably wouldn't go very far into the future, say 15, 20 years, something like that. There's plenty of time for companies that don't even exist now to get really big and influential. So when I come back, I'll know exactly what to invest in. And because I will recognize the world of the future, things will be largely the same. The last 20 or 30 years, the world hasn't changed much. So, barring World War III, I don't think the next 15 years are going to change the world beyond my recognition. I will still recognize humans and, essentially how they work. And I think there'll still be a stock exchange. I think there will still be financial benefits for me to gain from investing in my knowledge. And I will be able to make all sorts of predictions. I'll be able to make bets. But there won't be bets because it won't really be gambling because I'll know. There's a caveat to that, however. I have to be the only person who can go forwards and make this journey, because if I'm being offered this power, maybe everyone else is being offered this power as well. And if loads of people are going to go 15 years and 20 years into the future, then they'll all have that same knowledge, in which case it won't be anything like as valuable. So if I am the only person who's going, and I'm certain of that, then I would go, say, 15, 20 years into the future. This is, for selfish reasons. And I might accept a 5% risk, 1 in 20 for that. I think I could probably live with that level of risk. Okay, come on, let's do this. You've got to take some risk in this life. I've been mountaineering, I've been rock climbing, and I've done sections without a rope. And, you've got to live a little, take some risk. So, yes, okay. So 5% risk for 15 to 20 years into the future. I come back and get to, but I'm the only one that gets to go forward, okay? But out of curiosity, 15, 20 years, nah. If it were I'm not doing it for myself, but in order to find out what's out there, just for not enriching myself when I come back, but just to marvel, yeah. I would go perhaps 1,000 or 2,000 years into the future. Not tens of millions, because then the more millions I add on, the less recognizable this future world is likely to be. Plus, the more likely the whole world is to have ended. If I go millions of years into the future, that's an awful lot of possibilities for the life on Earth to have been wiped out by an asteroid. But if I went a couple of 1,000 years into the future, then the asteroid risk is still acceptably low, and to marvel at how different things will be. What will humans be like in 2,000 or 3,000 years? They could be really different. Technology could have made it completely unnecessary to for instance, gestate a fetus inside you. The idea of growing babies inside people might be just considered weird. We might be cyborgs with all sorts of machine parts. We could be radically different, and you make differences like that, they would have so many knock-on effects with society and the like. So to marvel at peak difference that's not so different that the world is completely unrecognizable, so you don't even understand anything about what you're looking at. What if everyone lived in virtual reality, for instance? What would there be to look at? I could look at people just zonked out attached to machines. Would I even recognize them as people? They might be just brains hooked up to the Matrix. Because why did the Matrix fuel the whole of the rest of the body? You just want the brain for its the Matrix. You've seen the film, right? Why did they make it batteries? And why have these people got complete bodies? That part of the Matrix didn't make sense. If they just spent another 20 minutes on the premise, it would have been a much better film. But anyway, yes. So 2,000 or 3,000 years into the future for marveling, 15 to 20 for personal gain, and I'll take a 5% risk. Is that okay? Lindybeige!